Hi everybody, this is Pam at the Paper Outpost, and today I am just having some fun. Are you ready to have some fun and dive into the papers? We're making teeny tinies today. This is a teeny tiny envelope and card, very simple to make, very cute. Just uses basic stuff that I happen to have hanging around, and you can decorate these any way you like. Super easy. Here we go. Here is the little tiny card inside. You can put any picture you like on the front. And it opens up, and a little writing space here, and I just wrote this is in a marker that I guess it's officially a Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen, size medium, to show you that you can put gesso on ink, and you can write on top of it. So that's why we put white gesso sometimes on paper. Sometimes to knock it down or give it a translucent look, or to opaque look, or to give yourself some tooth on the paper so that you can write with pen or pencil or marker. So there you go. Just a little fun thing. I thought I'd make some teeny tiny tags and teeny tiny envelopes and bring you guys along for the ride. And here we go. Okay, so this is one little example. Here's another one I have in a journal. So this one I just clipped right onto a journal page. I think I'm going to actually put these two like that, and maybe even make a third one, because I just thought that would just be adorable. And this one looks like this, just decorated a little bit different way. And I'll show you how to do these the way I made them. Very easy. And I want to show you a little trick that if you don't have a brown inker, like a vintage photo or something like that, that you can maybe use another supply that you have around the house that might make it easy. Okay, here we go. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. All right. So I am just going to clip these babies here in this little journal. All right, I'll put you aside. Over there you go. Okay, so the first thing I did was, let's make the card part first, which is very easy. And what I did was I took a manila envelope and I focused on the fold part. And I wanted the fold part because I made a cut about 2 inches here, and I just cut all the way down here. And that left me with something that looked like this. And then I came along here and cut some little pieces off, and I made mine about 2 inches by 2 inches. So if you're looking for a measurement, that's about how big the inner card was. And I liked the creamy caramel, not caramel, but like a vanilla color of the manila card. I thought it gave a nice vintage background color already. It already has the fold from the seam itself, and it was just an easy way to have some cardstock or cardstock-like substance around at the ready that you might have, that's not too hard to find. You don't have to go and buy any special fancy card supplies or anything for this project. Very easy. Okay, so maybe we'll use these two. Now this one apparently have the label, and I get to work with that. And apparently I have the label and I get to work with that. Okay, so let's do that. Now, let me show you. What have I got here? Okay, let me show you the two cards that were in here, different examples of what you can do. So the first thing I did was I inked them. So I'm going to ink one. This is this is old walnut stain. You could use walnut stain, which is a darker brown, or a vintage photo, which is a medium brown, or shoe polish, or what have you like. You could use makeup. You could do anything to make it look a little more weathered and grungy and that kind of thing, if you like that look. And I'm going to go ahead and do the insides here, because that's what I did there, just to give it a little bit of a pop. What you doing over there, Sunbun? You having a good day? Yeah, you are? Okay, great. Well, we're having fun today too. Yeah, I know. We're doing our thing. Yep, we're doing our crafty thing. I'll get a shot of you. So just hang with me. Okay, so now, here's the thing. Instead of, let's say you don't have Distress Inks Walnut Stain by Tim Holtz, for example, but maybe you have instant coffee. I got mine at Aldi, just regular old cheapo instant coffee. I'm not drinking it, so the cheapest kind you can find will do the trick. And what I did was I took about a teaspoon Oh, look at that. It thickened up on me. I did this yesterday, actually. I put about a teaspoon of the crystals in here, and then I added some water let me just add a little more water to get that going to a particular, loosen it up a little bit so we have some darkness. And this I thought would make a very easy alternative inking because it's brown, yeah, and we use that all the time. So I thought I could come in here and use my brown dauber that I always use, but this is already pre-saturated with so much ink from the other thing. I thought I really should show you with something that doesn't have any I tested this yesterday, so that's why. But I'm going to put this is a makeup sponge. Basically, I'm just looking for a sponge that has no color on it so I can show you and see if this works. And it seemed to work pretty well yesterday. So, and if you want it super dark, you just put more coffee in. Okay, so here we go. We're inking, and we're inking. And boy, this thing is going to go forever because I have a lot of coffee. So it's a great way as an alternative to use something that you might, have already in the house. And you don't have to go buy all the fancy stuff, right? There's always ways around this. Never let lack of a crafting supply stop you. That's the theory. It may look a little bit different, but I think it's actually going to look pretty cool. All right. And it all obviously depends how wet your sponge gets. So if you want it super inky and grungy, wet your sponge more, put more concentrated color on it, and it's going to look really cool. If you want just a light touch, you can just put a little bit on. So there you go. I think that's kind of cool, right? I always like to do the little back folds or wherever I see little ridges, things like that, because I think that adds to the flair. And so that will give you an alternative of something to use. Okay, I'm just going to put that over there, wipe my fingers. All right, we'll let you air dry. And we have you. Okay, so here is our little card, and let's maybe we'll work on the outside first. Now you can put anything. I happen to put these are from Bridal Beauties, but you could put absolutely anything on here. And let's say today we're going to put, okay, this is from my Digikit medicines, cure-alls and tinctures, or tinctures and cure-alls, but I'm just going to tear out the picture of the faces because that's really all I want. Let's see if I can get this to fit. But you could draw a picture, use a sticker, you could use a rubber stamp. It doesn't have to be a Digikit, so don't think you have to have those. I don't want you to get stuck there thinking if you can't have all the Digikits, then you can't have fun. That's not true. Not true, not true, not true. Okay, let's go a little thinner. Let me get a little closer so you can see. There we go. All right. Maybe we'll put that there, but maybe I want to ink it up a little bit, and maybe I'm going to use some black soot color. Just give it a little bit of intrigue, poppage, poparoo, standing out from the background. Why not, right? We can all stand out from the background in our crazy, wild, crafty lives, right? Okay. And you can go ahead and do multiple colors around there if you like, but that just allows it to stand out a little bit more from the background. Now, now these I decorated on the inside a little bit just to give them a background. The outsides were more plain, inside's a little bit more decorated. But I think this time maybe I'm going to do some decorating on the outside. And I'm just going to use a little script stamp, just something random I found in my drawer, as I often find random things in my drawer. But my drawers are getting more organized. Isn't that great? That's so awesome. And I'm doing these organizational Fridays. I don't know if you're following or not, but if you are, oh, you know what? I'm going to do this side, right? Yep. Okay. It really is helping. I'm noticing a difference. I can find my stuff. Okay. That's really what it boils down to. I can find my stuff and I know more what I have and what I have to play with. And yeah, there's shamefully no shortage here where there's lots of toys to play with in the toy box. And Mama just used to use what you have and be appreciative for what you got. You don't need to buy everything that's out there. Okay, here we go. Let's put this little love muffin down. That's cute, right? Yeah. I mean, what's wrong with that? Who doesn't love that? Yeah. Okay, so let's put, you could do a glue stick. I'm using Scotch Create glue stick today, most days. And you could also use a white glue or a Fabrifix, whatever you got, whatever's easy. That's cute. And I'm Oh, let's see if I can use something else from this. Rodway pills. That's kind of cute. Do I want to use that? Maybe I'll use that for the inside, but I'm feeling like I want a word or something there. And I want to borrow a word possibly from a book page. And I just have, what do I have? What's close to me? I have a dictionary page. So let me just grab something off of here. Anything. I'll take anything. Mercantilist? Sure. I'm not against using words that have nothing to do with anything. I think it's okay. Maybe not menses. But you know what I mean? Like just something that's kind of fun. I'm just going to take mercantilism. Yeah. Because you know what? That will provoke some thought in somebody somewhere someday. They'll be like, mercantilism. Maybe I know what that is. Maybe I don't know what that is. But if I don't know what it is, maybe I'll look it up. Or I could say to myself, hey, I already know what that is. Look at me go. I'm awesome. All right, maybe I'll put that there. That's kind of cute. And you can also enhance that just for fun. So working with the little teeny tinies can be a lot of fun. It doesn't use up a lot of supply. And the whole concept behind this, making a card and an envelope in a teeny tiny, I'm looking for things that are maybe just a little thicker than regular copyweight paper. But if all you have is regular copyweight paper, just double it up and all of a sudden you've got something thicker. So again, don't let anything stop you from having fun. I want you to have massive amounts of serious fun today and every day. Yes. Okay. So maybe let's, do we need something else there? Probably, but I'm just going to roll with this now. Okay, and let's just pop that down. I'm going to put it this way this time. Okay, and I can do more decorating on that, but for right now, I'm going to call that good because I think that's just adorable cute. Okay, and we're going to do the inside, and maybe I should work on that now. Okay, so I'm going to use some white gesso that I have purchased, and basically it's thick white paint, like a flat, thick white paint. It's going to give me a background to write on or do something on. I can stamp under it, I can stamp over it, but maybe I want to cover the label stuff. And it's gone. See, that's just gone. And you're kind of almost making a frame using the cream of the folder and giving yourself a little area to write on using this. You can use a paintbrush, you can use your finger. And if this dries and you still need some more white, you just go back in and put some more on. So that's got to dry for a second. So I'm just going to put that aside and we are going to work on the envelope that goes with this little munchkin. So these little envelopes are a little wider than the actual card. And so what I did was I took a piece of paper that was just a little bit thicker than regular copy paper. This was a resume paper. But if, like I said, if you don't have that, and okay, let's say you don't have that. Let me see if I can find a piece of copy paper. Oh, something, anything, okay, here's like a, oh, this is a little thicker than normal. It's some kind of notepad paper, but I think this might make a cute, it looks like a graph paper, but I don't think it is. Well, I guess it could be. It's some kind of military paper. Okay. Apparently I paid 50 cents for it. That's impressive. But I think I'm going to make my envelopes out of this just for fun. And I'm going to show you how I did this. Let me back up so you can see a little better. I just took some stencils and I was absorbing the beaded part of the repelling ink onto these papers to absorb it. So let's see what happens when I do that. All right, here's my handy dandy famous tree, my tree and tree branch stencil. Okay, let me get any sprays. Do I have them over there already? Yes, I do. Okay, so I have broken china spray, shabby shutter spray, and just a homemade spray that I made out of mica and water and maybe a drop of alcohol. And I got some of these loose mica eyeshadows from the Dollar Tree and sprinkled them in there. And that's what I got. Okay, so let's do this. Let's just put a little color down. All right. Okay. And then we have blue. Probably be good to put something under your stuff so you don't get this all over the place. If you don't have fancy colors, you can also use food color or watercolors or things like that. This is the Misty Spray, just to give it some glitter. And maybe we want one of those, more of those papers. We have no idea what we're doing here. Okay, I'm just going to grab another one of these. It has an airplane on it. Oh, well, that's fine. I'm going to do this. And all of a sudden, whoo, I get the relief on the other side. So one will be the positive side of the stencil, meaning you're going to actually see the tree itself. And the other is going to be the negative, where you're going to see the background and you won't see the tree. Well, you do see the tree, but you know what I mean. You can only, the background gets colored. Here, the tree got colored. Okay, so now we get 2 pages out of 1, and voila, your stencil is clean and dry. So we're moving on. Now, let's see, we could use either one of these for the envelope, and maybe I'll use this one because it's a little less damp. The other one's more damp, and it'll be harder to tear without I want it to behave, right? Okay, so what I did was I took my card, and it's approximately the same width of that one. And I think I did 1, 2 wide. So let me just make a little mark there. I have an idea. And then 1, 2, 3 long. And that gives you plenty of room to make your card. Okay. And then I took my metal ruler. And you can line it up perfectly but since this is a grid, it's sort of already lined up perfectly. And the reason why I went a little bit wider than my card was because I know I need to glue the edges. And I also I didn't want it to be super tight against the card. I wanted there to be a little free wiggle room there. Okay, so here is one little decorated piece of paper. You could also use like regular scrapbook paper or something to make your envelopes, you know, something like this. Or, you know, whatever paper you have, or you could stamp on a blank piece of paper and get some nice background. Totally, a million and one ideas. So flipping this over, and that already came through, so that kind of left a nice a background already. But basically, this process is very simple. You just kind of put your card in the middle, and we're going to flip up first. Okay. And maybe I'm going to, you know what I'm going to do, since this is a weird edge, I'm going to fold it over and give myself a nice edge. So I'm going to come in here with any glue of choice. Okay. And I'm just going to glue this down. And this paper is just a smidge damp. It's probably better to wait till your papers are dry, but you know, I can't wait. Oop, there we go. I tore that. Okay. Not stopping us. What are we going to do? We're going to repair that little doodad. Let me grab a piece of washi tape. All right, washi tape of washi tapeness, come here to the rescue. All right, let's see if we can fix this. Because that's what happens when you work with wet paper. It tears sometimes. So that's going to be on the inside, so you're not going to be able to see that anyway, so that's okay. All right, so let's say it goes maybe up to there. I would like it to maybe go, can you see? There on my card. So that the card is easy to grab and pull out. And then I'm going to bring the top down. So it's bottom up and top down. And I'm going to leave a little space here so it's not butting up against the card. But I think I'm also going to fold this over so I have a nice little edge there. And I'm going to try really, really well not to tear this one. That's right. I'm trying to learn as I go here. By the seat of my pants. Yep. Okay. There we go. There we go. That's handled. And now is the time to decide how wide you want your card or your envelope. So I think I'm going to position you about there. And I think I'm going to actually make you a little narrower because you're a little chub, you know what I mean? And nothing wrong with being a little chub, but for this particular design, a little narrower is okay. There we go. All right, so at this point is a prime time to ink. Now let's see if we can ink with our newly created, oh yeah, nice and concentrated there. Our newly created dye ink. We'll see if this works. Trying it. You may have already seen a million other people ink regular way before, but this is exciting. All those they're exciting too, don't get me wrong. That's all exciting inking, but this isn't a nice option. I just want to kind of see how it works. So far, so good. So far, so good. Okay, I'm doing all my edges. And come and look at the inside, and I don't really need to do every single edge, but since I'm here, I'm just going to go around and ink them so I can figure it out later. Probably the top and the bottom, you don't need to do so much. Okay, so here, up in the very bottom, it's always nice to ink the folds where we have folds because it just enhances everything. And so here I'm going to have another fold Okay, but I like to do the backward one. So if this is on the inside, just give it that little pizzazz. And then while you're there, do the outside. And then, okay, that's good. I'm going to put some bizarre folds here. This is what I did. I just did like random folds. I did a fold like that, and maybe like a fold like, I don't know, you can go straight across or you can do random. And then you just come along with your magic coffee dyed ink, and you just do some of these to show what you did. Now this does get things a little bit damp because you're using water and paper, so just beware of that. So you will want to let it dry. If you let it all dry, everything will have greater integrity. But again, like I said, you know me, I can't wait. Alrighty, here we go. There we are. I'm using Fabrifix glue. It's a fabric to fabric, fabric to paper, paper to paper, and this is what the regular bottle looks like. It's made by Beacon, and I put it in a Sugar Bells icing piping bottle so that it comes out in a thinner stream. Just save on glue. Okay, so now I'm going to close this up, and it's a good idea when you're working with items like this to smoosh your glue to the edges as opposed to in, or else you're going to even narrow your space more. There we go. All right. Very good, very good. Okay, so what's next? Is this dry yet? Not quite. Okay, so we'll keep decorating our envelope then. That's what we'll do. Okay, let me just zoom in bigger here so you can really see what's going on. It's too big. There we go. Okay, so these little guys, where are you? Where are you? Here you are. I decorated them a little bit differently. This one, I put a little applique with some Nuvo drops. And this is a piece of eyelash trim with a button. So let me ferret around for a second and see what I can find, and we'll put something on here. Okay, I did not go far because I have some of these left over from when I was working the other day, clearing out a thing. So maybe I am going to put a little ribbon there. And this is just some gold trim, a little leftover piece that I had. So this is, bows are a little bit bigger than I need. So I'm just going to shrink them down a bit, get them to the size that I want. Okay, let's try that. That's kind of cute. Okay, I can do that. Let me trim this off. And you could, you could just mass make a bunch of the cards and then make the envelopes. If you do the cards all the same time, then just make sure your envelopes are probably the same size. Just test one to make sure it all fits and works and everything. Okay, a little glob of something here. And do I want to do anything else there? Probably. Let me put that down first. Oh, now I got one bow bigger than the other. Okay, that happens. That happens. There we go. Okay, so I have a bow. That's cute, right? Who doesn't love that? And I think we totally need a raccoon in the corner, because if you don't have a raccoon in the corner, you haven't lived. You know what I mean? So today is Raccoon in the Corner Day. Where'd my black ink go? Okay, you guys need to stop hiding things from me, because there we go. My black soot ink. Here it is. Can't see anything, sorry. Whoop. This is a peg stamp I think I got from Nora Jane on Etsy, if you're looking for those. I'm not sponsored by these folks, I just like their stuff. And yeah, got my stamp. All right, now I'm rocking and rolling. Okay, now I have a cute little envelope, totally adorbs. And this is actually, this paper is a little bit thicker than copy paper. If it was copy paper, I probably would have doubled it up, just saying. You don't have to, because these things are thin and going into journals, and they can be 1 page thick. All book pages are 1 page thick, and copy paper is 1 page thick, and we function with it just fine when we're working with it, so it doesn't seem to tear and fall apart and everything. But anytime you have a fold or a pull, the risk of tearing is a little greater. So did this all seal up? I think so. Yeah, I think you're okay. All right. Okay, are we dry? No, not yet. Okay, we're gonna dry. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and I'm dry. Yay, finally. Okay, so this one, I think I'm going to, I don't know, just grab maybe another, how about some bird feet? Anybody for bird feet? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Get the old ink. And we're gonna ink it. This is the black soot. Maybe I'm going to pretend like this bird came across this way. Okay. I'm like the worst stamper, so yeah, don't follow what I do. But if you have flat surfaces and probably a foam underneath and all that fancy stuff, and it would come up beautifully. But hey, you know, this is me working with what I got. Okay, getting a little better here. Don't have so much of the circle on it. I think that's kind of cool, you know? And I could put a word on there. Let me show you how the marker writes. Okay, so here's that Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pen in medium. And what am I going to do here? Let's see. Okay, we got little kids and mercantilism. Yeah. Okay, how about when in doubt? Okay, well, how about this? There. Fascinating, huh? Yeah, I know. But you can just write a word in if you don't have a word. You can leave a little space for somebody to write. But you can like do 1,000,001 things for these little cards. But you can also do little accents. Let's just show that. Say if you don't have a lot of supplies, you can actually just take your pen marker thing, whatever this is, and just maybe do some dots surrounding some of the letters in no particular order or reason, but just kind of amplifying what you have. And maybe you just want to do some extra dots, maybe amplifying the corners. Could act like little rivets or sewing holes or something like that. Kind of cute, right? And we'll do some here too. Opposite corners. All right, so there's like so many fun things. Did I show you that at all? I'm sorry. Oh, Lord. Okay, there we go. There. So you have that. And you could even, if you want to, you could put some lines here for somebody to write on. You could hand draw them. You can use a ruler, however you want the look to be. Maybe, what else can we do? There's so many things. Hang on, let me find something. Okay, so I think I'm just going to leave it like that after pondering on it. Leaving it flat and simple on the inside I think is a good idea for this tiny card. With the manila folder, it's got enough structure to be a card where somebody could write a little note, a thank you, a happy birthday, something like that. Make it a gift tag, whatever they like. And then we've got the cute little envelope that goes with it. If you want to open up your envelope and maybe put something here just because, you know, you've got, you're just thinking, hey, that would be cool to have something there. So we're going to put something there. How about this? I think I did this on the other one. I put the word vintage there, just for fun. You don't have to fill up every little spot, but you can. You totally can, and that's okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to put my little card in there, and it is all tucked in and adorable. So let's see it with its little brethren. Here we go. Here's its little buddy, and I've got one more. Here, this little one. So you can use appliques, little pieces of material. You can tear the edge. Instead of having a folded edge, you have options. And there we go. So let's see what this looks like in the journal. You can also glue the envelopes, the backs of the envelopes to your junk journal page, or you could clip them in and make them removables. These I think I'm going to make removables just because. And so let's put these on here. 1, 2, and I need one more purple. One more purple paper clip. And I dyed that with alcohol ink. So it's just got a little bit of a purpleness on it. And there you go. So this would be the triple tiny envelope and card page. Now I could do some more fun things down here, like maybe, where's those bird feet? Never ignore a good pair of bird feet. Now it's probably a good idea to put something flat behind your page if you're going to stamp on it right when you have it all ready to go, already inserted in your journal. It'll just give you a nicer, cleaner impression. Bird feet in the black soot. And we're hopping. Can you see? Can you see? Okay. Okay. Maybe this bird sort of, I get about 2 impressions out of 1 bird foot hop. Maybe a little further. No, sort of not the best. Okay, there we go. So now we have a little something over here. Now you could even go further and put little surprise somethings behind every card and envelope. So you would totally blow their socks off as if their socks have not been blown off. already. But let's say, what do we have? I'm just grabbing anything here. You could do words, you could do numbers. I already have some black stuff there, so maybe I want to put a little picture of something. Okay, maybe I'll put some birds. Oh, maybe a little big. These guys. Okay. I've got some cute little birds here. Let's pop these babies down. And I'm just going to fussy cut these out. Yeah. Yeah. I'm in view, right? Yep, okay. This is the hawkfinch, the male. And so this is a bit of a, it's going to be a foresty, mysterious kind of journal. And I thought it might be fun to put some different birds and some different, foresty and flora and fauna. Forest, flora and fauna, she said 3 times fast. And maybe, do you want to take your new fancy fandangled inkaroo thing? Sure, try it. Oh, look, it works even better now that it's dried a little bit. It works just like a regular inker. Huh. Can you see that? Yeah. Very nicely, actually. I wonder if it'll stencil. We should try that. Let's try it together. We got a second. All right, let me ink this up or stick it. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'll put this one here. And let me grab this, any stencil. Give me a stencil. All right, what do you got, Pam? Okay, I have this. There's some butterflies here, which could be foresty, right? They could be a little forest design. Let's try if we can stencil with this. Oh, I think we can. Oh, not so good there. So if it's really wet, it doesn't work. What happened to the other side? Almost went through, not bad. So make sure you really wring this out or you're going to get bleed under. Okay, so that's what we learned with that little grand experiment. You saw it here live. And how can we make this better? How you say? Well, we're going to try this. Whoops. Let us grab a Stabilo pencil. Aquarelle Stabilo pencil, which is a water-soluble pencil. And let's reshape our butterflies. Yeah, it's okay. If the butterfly doesn't want to come to us, we will come to the butterfly. Okay, give it a little butterfly body. Okay, give it some of those. Okay, you don't have to do them all. Like if they came out okay, you could just leave them as is. Maybe I'll just do that. Give him the shape. He's okay. Yeah, just give him some shape on that side. And what are you? We have no idea, but we'll just give you some shape too. Okay, now you can take a little bit of water. We have a little bit of water in a spritzer. I'm just going to spritz over here so I don't drip right on there. And we're going to see what happens. Oh, yeah, that's kind of interesting. Yeah, creating on the fly here. Okay. Well, I think I'm telling myself this shows movement and motion because these are butterflies of the forest and they do not stay still. They carry on and do things. So there you go. So you just use your little bluebirds, also known as little errors or mistakes or not planned fors. How about we call them that? Little not planned fors. Okay. Get this guy. What is he? This is a sparrowhawk female. Oh, well, I might have to invite those along to come and play. All right. I should probably put a mushroom or something there, though. I'd like a mushroom. Hang on. You know when you're looking for a mushroom and you cannot find anywhere, but what I did find was this little snow bunny. Maybe Snow Bunny has to come. All right, Snow Bunny, you're coming. And I'm just tearing you off the page because I just want a small piece of you. Don't need all of you, not today. That'll be for another day. Let's see if we can get a tiny Snow Bunny. I'm tearing with my right hand forward at me so I get the reveal of the white edge. Going around Snow Bunny. Forest Snow Bunny. That's who this is. Okay, move that. Okay. I could put you, I'll just put you there. Oh, you can't see, sorry. Oh, there you go. Okay, so here's Forest Snow Bunny. And do I want to ink Forest Snow Bunny? Sure, why not? Let's use our new Funky Found brown ink. So, yeah, I would say if you're going to stencil, make sure this is almost dry, just damp. But don't use it soaky wet like I did. That was the big arrow. I think it's going to work just fine, though. There we go. All right. Okay, we'll put you here, maybe there. Okay. Let's glue ya. Let's glue ya. A little dab will do ya. Here we go. That's perfect. There, I guess I put you right in the middle. How about that? Okay, so now back just to assembling our page. Just kind of a fun layout page, just something different, something a little explorative, trying something new. Always good to push your envelope. Push it to where it hasn't gone before. Be brave. It's only paper, and there's lots of fun for you to be had here. And sometimes the greatest fun can be in trying something new. Who stole my other paper clip? Was it you? Yeah? What? Come on, don't be, okay. All right, thank you. All right. Oh, Sonny left the building. Where are you, Sonny? You want to come say goodbye? Want to say bye to everybody? Well, if he's not here, we'll catch him next time. Promise he's always around somewhere. And all is well. So I hope you guys had fun today. And I hope you try these little teeny tiny cards and envelopes because they're such cute little add-ons for your journals. You can also tuck them into pockets or tucks. You can make a little collection of them and stuff them into an envelope and clip the envelope or glue the envelope onto a page. So many ways you can use these. So if you find value here, please like, subscribe, and share. Click the notification bell if you want to be notified of new videos. My Amazon store, all links are down below my videos. If you're looking for favorite tools and supplies that I use, I put them in my Amazon shop. I have an Etsy shop, which I just put up my March vintage digital kits. If you want to check those out, they're downloadable. And they give you a whole host of different things that you can play with if you like to use the vintage style. And I have a monthly free emailed newsletter where you get a free digital image, a checklist of supplies, a note from the bookmaker, and junk journal tip, and updates from me, and all sorts of fun stuff. And my videos come out Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, Eastern Time, 7 a.m. My podcasts, which are audio, come out Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that's new material about junk journaling, paper crafting, life of a crafter, and all sorts of fun stuff. And I have a Facebook group. Come on over and play on our Facebook group page. We're having a lot of fun over there, making things, doing monthly and weekly challenges, all for fun, just a good old time, gathering with the folks and the paper. And remember that fun can be simple and create with reckless abandon, everybody else. So wait a minute, here he comes, hold on. And create with reckless abandon, everybody. Bye.